Yesterday, I uploaded a short saying that the new Legends Assemble Rijkaard might be the best player to sign in the Legend Assemble pack. And honestly, I wasn't expecting the comments to explode the way they did. Almost everyone kept saying the same thing. The old Rijkaard is still better because he's an anchorman. And you know what? That's actually a fair argument. In efootball, playstyle can completely change how a player performs. So today I want to settle this debate properly. Is the old anchorman really better just because of his playstyle? Or does the new Destroyer actually have enough upgrades to take the crown? Let's compare everything. The first thing we have to talk about is the playstyle because that's the biggest reason people prefer the old version. Anchormen naturally stay in front of the defense. They don't chase the ball all over the pitch. They hold their position, cut passing lanes, and give your center backs extra protection. That's why so many players love using them. The new Rijkaard is a destroyer, and that completely changes how he behaves. Instead of sitting back, he'll step forward, press attackers, and try to win the ball much earlier. Some people love that aggression while others think it leaves too much space behind him. Now let's ignore the playstyles for a second and compare the actual stats. Defensively, the new Rijkaard is simply stronger. He has 96 defensive awareness compared to 92, 93 tackling compared to 92, 93 defensive engagement compared to 92, and 92 aggression compared to 88. Those aren't massive upgrades individually, but together they make him a much more aggressive defender. Then Konami gives him Fortress, which is one of the best defensive skills in eFootball because it boosts his defensive presence during key situations. If your job is simply to win the ball back, the new card clearly has the advantage. But that's only one side of the story. The old Rijkaard still has plenty of things going for him. His 92 low pass is better than the new version's 89, and he has visionary pass, which makes him a better distributor from deep. If you like building attacks through your defensive midfielder, you'll definitely notice the difference. Then there's his physicality. The old version has 92 physical contact, while the new one has 87. That's a noticeable gap. The anchorman feels stronger when shielding the ball and battling powerful strikers. He also has 93 stamina compared to 91 on the new card, and 90 kicking power instead of 87. They're small upgrades, but they add up over the course of a match. Now let's look at where the new card responds. Speed. The new Rijkaard has 87 speed, while the old one only has 84. Acceleration also improves from 75 to 77. Again, the numbers don't look huge, but in-game they help him close down attackers much faster. Combine that with the higher aggression in Fortress, and you get a midfielder that's constantly trying to win the ball before your opponent can even start an attack. So who's actually better? Honestly, I think this is where people make the mistake. They're treating this like a normal card comparison when it's really a playstyle comparison. If you're the type of player who wants your DMF to stay disciplined, sit in front of the defense, and never leave position, then yes, I completely understand why you'd say the old Anchorman is better. In fact, I'd probably recommend the old version to you as well because that's exactly what Anchormen are designed to do. But if you play aggressive football, press high, and want your midfielder actively hunting the ball, then the new Destroyer is going to feel much more impactful. His better defensive stats aren't just numbers on the screen. You'll actually notice how often he steps in to break up attacks. Another thing people forget is that the new Rijkaard is completely free. For a free Destroyer, these defensive numbers are ridiculous. 96 defensive awareness, 93 tackling, 92 aggression, 91 stamina, and Fortress is an insane combination for a player that doesn't cost a single coin. So, do I think everyone saying the old Anchorman is better is wrong? No. I actually think their argument makes perfect sense. Anchorman is arguably the safest and most reliable playstyle for a defensive midfielder in eFootball, and that's something stats alone can't replace. But I also don't think it's fair to call the new Rijkaard a downgrade just because he's a destroyer. Stat for stat, he's the stronger defender. Playstyle for playstyle, it's completely down to preference. So my final verdict is this. If you already own the old Anchorman Rijkaard and you love how he plays, I honestly don't think you need to replace him. The playstyle alone is enough reason to keep using him. But if you don't have that old version, don't let people convince you that the new Legends Assemble Rijkaard is somehow bad. He's not. He's one of the best free defensive midfielders Konami has released. At the end of the day, this debate isn't really about who's stronger. It's about whether you value the security of an Anchorman or the aggression of a Destroyer. For me, both cards are elite, but if I had to choose in today's fast-paced meta, I'd give the slightest edge to the new Destroyer Rijkaard because of his superior defensive stats, extra pace, and Fortress. If you prefer the old Anchorman, that's completely valid. This is one of those rare comparisons where your playstyle matters more than the overall rating.